Reading then will get the game underway. Quick word from Theo Foley. How do you see this one going, Theo?
I think it's going to be a very interesting contest, Brian, particularly I think for the Reading central defenders, who will face two of the best front players in this league in Goodman and Bull. To hear you talk about Bull, obviously the importance of him to this team is quite amazing.
Well, here they go then. Reading in the blue and white hoop shirts, with the numbers, incidentally, that are impossible to read. Wolves in the old gold. This is Dylan Kerr for Reading, sweeping it across here for Scott Taylor. And it came off Mark Venus. Throw to Reading. A week of upheaval then. And they really can put so many things right here with a victory today. And I suppose they'd be the first to admit probably they're here as underdogs. Wolves lying second in the table at this moment. McPherson going for this one, knocking it wide here for Dylan Kerr. Again hit long. Jimmy Quinn. Gilks made a little run through the centre, actually. Gilks, I always normally felt, played down on the left-hand side, but he's playing bang up the centre at the moment, Theo.
He certainly just had a run in there, and he looks at his happiest now. He's going to stay there. Yes.
Here's Gilks. Wolves just presumably want to get the ball out of play so that Froggatt can get some attention, but in the meantime they're in possession. Neil Emblem, the former Millwall player, to Goodman. Smith has made a break down the right flank for him. Rankins here as well. Now Smith. Playing again for Goodman, who's really quick. But McPherson did well, conceded the corner, and at long last, whether the referee didn't realise that Froggatt was down, but that game was allowed to go on for a long time.
He obviously saw the incident as well, and I'm amazed at that. I mean, it was hurt.
Oh, that was a nasty challenge on his left ankle.
Yes. By
Scott Taylor.
The other thing amazes me, Brian, is why the linesman doesn't signal just a little bit more to let the referee know, as you rightly say, if he has missed that. I mean, goodness knows how he would miss it, but he has. And as I say, I wouldn't be surprised now if the lad Froggatt comes off, because he's really in pain. Doesn't look to me like he's going to continue.
Well, that's a big blow for Graham Taylor, because Froggatt is one of their big signings from Aston Villa at the start of this season. He's been playing him fairly deep down the left flank, but he's a fellow with a lot of skill and a tremendous amount of potential. Still only 21 years old, and they're calling for a stretcher.
Well,
that is a terrible shame. And here's the challenge again.
Oh, yes.
And the ankle's been broken quite clearly.
I would think that was very serious. The physio had a long chat with him there. Didn't want to continue and didn't treat him, and just immediately called for the
stretcher. I tell you what, he is in enormous pain there.
Yes, right just below us here. Shame.
But the question is why it took so long for the referee and linesman to spot.
Even at this early stage, Brian.
And also, to a certain extent, you have to say, I know John de Wolf, who's coming across, the captain now, was the first player in possession for Wolves after Froggatt had gone down. Why in heaven's name didn't they just belt the ball out of the ground and attract the referees and linesmen's attention so that the physio could get on?
It's a bit harder for players, because I think that they're concentrating on the game. I think the people who are on the side watching, sometimes referees feel that players are taking advantage. And it's so silly. You don't take advantage when you're hurt, and he clearly is hurt.
I imagine it might, well, yes, it's Paul Birch who'll come on, who's a winger, of course, but normally plays down the right-hand side, so there might be a good deal of readjustment for Wolves here.
I'm sure he didn't feel he was going to get on as early as this.
They're actually trying to cut his boot off. I mean, they're going to be a little while, actually, before this game can get going again, simply because they cannot move Steve Froggatt.
I think it's a very good analysis, Brian. I think he has broken the leg, because look as if they're going to put it in that type of plastic splint, which they blow up, which will inflate it. That way will ease the pain for the lad Froggatt.
They do what they put it into a plastic bag, do they?
Yes. No, they decided now not to do it. They decided they're going to leave it and probably just tie his legs together. And of course the crowd here aren't aware of the seriousness of it, and they're very, very impatient. But it is a sad sight for any boy.
St John's Ambulance doing a good professional job there, as they do, I must say, on grounds around the country every weekend. And some more aid coming across for young Steve Froggatt. And they're going to make a substitution. It's going to be Paul Birch coming on.
Well, we hope we don't get any more serious injuries as early as this. It's quite amazing. They are putting in a sprint, Brian. They clearly feel it's broken.
Well, the problems are piling up for Wolves in terms of injuries. Froggatt off, and there is a real question mark about Steve Bull's fitness. He's got a slight Achilles problem that might in fact entail an operation soon after Christmas. And all this will hinder, of course, their quest to get into the Premiership next season.
That's
Tony Daly, of course, another of their big signings in the summer from Aston Villa. He's still injured.
I would think that's probably one of the reasons they took the boy Goodman, in case anything did happen to Stevie Bull. And if you lose a couple of games, Brian, in this league as tight as it is, you can be just an also-ran. That is sad. See the lad get off.
The Wolves fans there, perhaps still not quite aware of just how severe this injury is. Steve Froggatt, who in fact scored the winner for Wolves against Reading, 1-0 up at Molineux on the opening day of the season.
I felt as if
and
it was
the Reading chairman there, John Majeski.
Yeah.
He's got a decision or two to make in the next week or two as to what happens about the managerial position here.
That's a very nice gesture. The Reading physiotherapist there helping the Wolves lad out. And nobody likes to see that. Nobody likes to see a lad go off injured.
And also a generous round of applause of sympathy for Steve Froggatt. Now, meanwhile, back at the office.
Everybody
it's a corner for Wolves. Darren Ferguson will take it. And people, as Theo Foley rightly says, now need to get their concentration back 100%. Paul Goodman, Paul Blades, the number 6 in there. Neil Emblem, another 6-footer at the near post. John de Wolf right in there at the near post. It's not going to be easy for Reading to defend this one if it's well delivered. And de Wolf, in fact, got a touch, but it came off another Reading player. Quite rightly, the referee spotting that. It's another corner. Ferguson again with the corner. And driven in poorly there. And another corner, but it came off Stuart Lovell.
We always call that one a real good batting, Brian. It was an awful corner kick with the lad completely miscued it.
It's the corner again, a deeper and a better one this time. And it's gone in from Steve Bull. Well, that's a great start for Wolverhampton Wanderers after losing Steve Froggatt. A perfectly floated corner, and there he is again.
Completely on his own, and certainly there'll be loads and loads of questions asked at half-time. That was a splendid header, but my goodness, how did he get that much space?
Parkinson. And a long-range shot wide of the Wolves goal there by the fullback, Dylan Kerr.
I can only say that Steve Bull's importance and his presence in the box. Yeah. All on his own. That's very, very poor marking. From the boy Taylor, I think he's left him at the end. No watching everybody at the near post, left him on his own.
What an amazing record he's had. It's something like 325 league games at Wolverhampton and now 192 league goals. And to think that he cost just £64,000 8 years ago, Steve Bull.
You certainly wouldn't buy him for that.
And as you say, there again you see the importance of him, and why Graham Taylor clearly is hoping that the injections will work as far as that Achilles goes. So a real setback then for Reading. Rankin. And that came again for another corner for Wolves. It came off Mick Gooding, with Birch attacking down the left-hand side. So Birch, who normally operates down the right, is on the left-hand side as the corner is knocked in. Rankin with a shot, charged down well that time by McPherson and Jimmy Quinn. Meanwhile, Steve Froggatt on his way to the Royal Berkshire Hospital in Reading. If they're watching there, I'm no doubt they're getting ready to receive him. Comes the cross in again towards Steve Bull. Gooding will get this one away. A real all-action man in the midfield. Hitting it long towards Quinn. De Wolf was there with a challenge. Blades getting it back. Wolfman, a long ball forward, up to Goodman, knocked on this time for Bull. McPherson tracking him well.
I would think that would be the route that Wolves would go at today, up to Goodman or up to Stevie Bull, and both of them are very, very dangerous players at this level particularly.
Long cross knocked in towards Birch and towards Bull. The Wolves get another corner.
They look very, very unhappy with the crosses. Every cross is coming. I thought the big keeper might have came on that. Didn't come for it.
Shaka Hislop stands 6'6".
And didn't jump 6'6" there.
Well, he gathered that well.
That's one area you don't hit them in, Brian, when you're 6'6". You don't hit them in that close.
Ball hit long towards Jimmy Quinn. He almost got in behind De Wolf there.
He was very, very laid back on that one, De Wolf. He obviously felt that if he missed it, that the keeper had it. But Jimmy Quinn actually a bit better control. Could have put him in real trouble. He was in.
Bernal with the header. Goodman. Jamie Smith. Across the face of that Reading goal, and Reading at the moment all over the place. Back again to Gooding. Gilks knocking it wide to Kerr. To Mike Stowell. Rankin with the back header, up to Goodman. Rankin again. Real up and under this time. Bull charging towards this one. Emblem. And now Gooding. Parkinson. Taylor back to Gooding. touch there for Osborne. Played on for Mick Gooding again, trying to get in there. Jimmy Quinn's in there, hitting it straight at Stowell.
That was a very good chance. Very good football, good build-up. Gooding seems to be at the back now, Brian. He seems to be playing very, very deep. Mike Gooding. That's the first time I've seen him play in the back four, and that's where he is.
Yes, he should normally through the midfield.
Yes.
Here's Quinn. Gooding normally, he's playing, in fact, at right back at the moment. Up goes McPherson, but Goodman got the better of him in the air. Kerr getting it forward towards Quinn again. Goodman. Osborne. Signed in the summer from Crystal Palace. Here's McPherson. To Gooding. Once a Wolves player, of course, hitting it straight at Birch. He's the player of the year, Mick Gooding, here at Reading, both in the years 92 and 93. Hislop with the clearance. Up towards Lovell. Taylor. Lovell. Gooding. And again. And now Kerr. Gilks. Puts it straight at Ferguson. And Blades gets it back to Stowell. Hit long towards Steve Bull, scorer of the goal so far for Wolverhampton Wanderers, 1-0. This is Andy Bernal to Mick Gooding. Reading have lost a little bit of the momentum that surprised so many people early on in this season, but now it's beyond Scott Taylor. They've won only one of their last 6. Well, they've had 3 draws in those 6 games. And you talk to the senior pros here and they'll say that they are in fact playing much better than the results they've been getting. Actually, one of their problems is they don't seem to be able to put very convincing form together at home here.
They certainly play football, don't they? There's loads of good football here, loads of good movement. And of course the crowd are with them all the time.
It's turning into a pretty miserable afternoon here. The rain beginning to sweep across Berkshire. It needs to be cleaned up for the big Dutchman, John de Wolf. Bernal with the header. Birch.
I thought that was the other way as well.
It's a Wolves ball.
I'm amazed that he's taken throw-ins, the Wolf. I find that amazing.
He's the captain.
Oh, is that why he takes him?
Bernal. Goodman knocking it on to Bull. Hislop with the clearance. And that fell away from Venus. Lovell to find Taylor. Here's Gooding. Lovell knocking it down again to Gooding. Again Lovell. Quinn. Might try a long-range shot, charged down by de Wolf. Gooding again. Ferguson getting involved. Birch also. Little touch forward for Ferguson, touched on nicely by him to Bull, but there's a foul and a free kick.
Yeah, it's very, very late. Ferguson had played the ball, but the referee couldn't give any advantage there.
To Wolf. McPherson stabs it clear to Gilks. Now he'd just like a run at the ball. 10 years he's had at the club. Great favourite amongst the Reading fans is Michael Gilks. Here's Mick Gooding. Osborne battling well. Quinn knocking it back to Kerr. Gilks available on the far side for him. Kerr hitting it long towards Quinn again. And the Reading fans claiming that Quinn was knocked off the ball there by Mark Venus.
I think he just slipped going into him, Brian. You just see him here.
Kerr's cross.
It is getting very, very slippy now, the pitch. It's got a lot of water on it. And we're getting plenty of rain on it now. But Reading have picked up the tempo, haven't they? Wolves have sat back. I hope they don't think they're going to hold that lead.
Kerr with the throw. Good challenge by Ferguson. Bull bringing Birch into the game. Oh, he was challenged fiercely by Taylor. Taylor was the man whose challenge put Steve Froggatt out of this game. Birch is in trouble now as well. There's a cross from Venus, a good one! And some terrific defending there by Andy Bernal as Bull came in again. And I think they want the referee, yes. And for the second time, the Wolves trainer comes on. Again, what happened there? Again, if memory serves me, it was a tackle by Scott Taylor, the number 4. Down goes Birch.
He was late, but
not nearly so
I don't
severe.
think there was any intention. Neither was the other one. He's quite right to have a go, young Birch on it, but there wasn't much in it. It was just a challenge. Great clearance there.
Yeah, it was. Terrific bit of defending there by Andy Bernal. Here's a corner then for Wolves. A very deep one. Emblen's up there. Lovell gets it away. Here's De Wolf. Knocking it wide again to Darren Ferguson. Taking corners on both sides. Taylor. And Gilks is away. Stopped by the linesman's flag.
Some players just go that little bit too early, Brian. So if he just waited, Michael Gilks, he probably would have got in. Very slow build-up here for Wolves, isn't it? Very, very slow.
Meanwhile, in another battle at the top, Middlesbrough are leading Burnley by a goal to 0. Hendry the scorer. Straight at Kerr there by Neil Emblin. Gilks. Kerr. Back to Shaka Hislop. De Wolf. Nice little touch there. Ferguson playing it well to Emblem. Found a yard for himself there as well. Back again by Ferguson to De Wolf. Up to Rankin this time. But away go Reading again. Stuart Lovell. Picking out Scott Taylor. Men are waiting at the far side. The flick on and a goal! Simon Osborne.
What a wonderful goal. That is a wonderful goal.
Terrific header there. Beyond Stahl.
It's still the best route to go. Lovely cross, lovely header.
Ball now.
I think we'll have a game on now.
I think we've got a terrific game on our hands now.
What a lovely bit of play that was, and a lovely finish. Love it.
Emblin. Rankin. And Ball looking to turn it. Emblin's there available for him. Goodman was rushing into the box and Bernal got it away. As you say, Reading have picked up the pace beautifully, and whereas Wolves dominated completely the first 10 minutes, the battle now, if anything, has begun to swing the other way.
Certainly has.
Gilks making a good run down that left-hand side. Now, will he take on Jamie Smith? And he's still in possession. Quinn. Lovell. Taylor knocked off the ball by Kerr.
I think Wolves will do very well now to weather the storm, because they're clearly under the cosh. The last 10 or 15 minutes have been much the better side, Reading. The crowd behind them.
A free kick curled in towards Jimmy Quinn on the far side, another corner.
You won't want to give Jimmy Quinn too many of those opportunities. He might want to score him now as a manager, or acting manager. Might get a rise.
Well, he's been a very good servant to Northern Ireland. Close on 40 caps. He's been around a bit too, Jimmy Quinn, Swindon and Leicester and Bradford. West Ham, he had quite a good spell at West Ham. Bournemouth. Here's again this time an easy one for Mike Stowell.
I must say that the Reading lads are fighting for everything. They're probably trying to prove to everybody that they don't miss anybody going from there.
To Wolf. The crowd are you watching Mark McGee, of course, who's left the club here for Leicester City. But I certainly hope the Reading fans won't forget the tremendous job that Mark did here for Reading. Here's Birch. Emblin. Back by Osborne, now for Kerr. To Wolf.
Certainly fired up, isn't he? Certainly having a go. When you think anybody that plays Wolves at the top of the table team in this league, you really want to show just how good you are.
The rain still piling down. Certainly getting very slippery underfoot now.
And that's probably the reason that the Wolves fans aren't cheering, not because the team's drawn. They stood in the rain.
They stood in the rain. Plenty of them down from Wolverhampton, though.
Yes,
behind Mike Stowell's goal.
In case people at home are wondering why they don't sing. Sometimes they look a little bit ragged, Wolves, when they've gone from things. They're not really playing as commonly as scoring an early goal. To me, they sat back a little bit when they got the goal. They were probably as surprised as everybody out with ease in which the goal came. But Reading are very much fired up. Interesting, the boy Goodwin deciding to play himself right back. Did fool me a bit, I must confess. Not you, of course.
The only thing that's throwing me are these blooming numbers on these Reading shirts.
Yes.
I mean, when that goal went in, it could have been one of about 7 players.
It could have picked
just had
4.
a feeling it was. Yes. I just had a feeling it was Simon Osborne. I just hope I'm right.
That's why you're one of the best, see?
I mean, these are the worst numbers I have seen anywhere in the world in 25 years of commentating.
I must admit they are hard. I've not been commentating that long.
Double. Ferguson battling on. In goes Stuart Lovell. Mick Gooding to Michael Gilks. All towards Jimmy Quinn, and as well, but De Wolf got there. Now Goodman. Now he's got terrific pace, and he's trying to pick out Steve Bull, and it just came off Bernal.
What a touch that was. He was in, Bull.
Venus with the cross. Birch. Ferguson trying to get in. And two players in the end make sure he made no further progress.
That was
it's
a lovely
corner.
bit of play. Lovely bit of play from Bull and Ferguson. Just a little bit of lack of pace there. Otherwise, you'd have got in.
Emblem there.
Very dangerous in this position. Such a big lad.
Tucked away quite comfortably though by the Reading defence. Smith trying to plant it wide again for Darren Ferguson. That's not an easy ball for him. He's offside in any case. It was Paul Birch out there.
He just took the corner. It was a very poor corner kick. He's probably thinking how poor it was and trying to work out why it happened.
Gooding with the free kick for Reading. Quinn just flicking it on. Almost came for Lovell, but Paul Blades was there. Here's Mark Venus flicking it wide. Going for De Wolf. De Wolf again, hitting it long, trying to get Goodman away this time. Bernal just nicking in. Birch will take advantage of this though. Gets it to Steve Bull again. Wide for Rankin. Back for Smith. The ball played in early. A little touch by Goodman. Just wouldn't fall for him though. And Reading again get it away. Kerr hitting it long. Ferguson back to De Wolf. And now for Venus. 1-1 the score here at Elm Park. In again. Rankin might just get that on the far side. And gets it back for Smith to play another early ball in. Hit with some pace this time. Just eluded Emblem. And here come Reading once more. Osborne hitting it forward. They claim a handball by De Wolf. Yellow card.
I really think that was accidental. I don't think, I mean, he obviously meant to do it, but I don't think he actually meant to get his hand where he did.
Now, did he mean to do it, or was it accidental?
I don't think he really meant to hold the play up there. I thought the referee could let that go on.
He certainly meant to get that header in, and did with great power. Gilks. Touch from Osborne.
All those early crosses that Wolves get in, Brian, are causing lots and lots of problems, because I think McPherson's really a natural centre-half. The other lad, the right back, Bernal, I don't think he's really doing well there, but he's not a central defender and able to cope with him. Bull is very, very good, and is Goodman in the air, both of them.
McPherson. Claim a handball. Referee was perfectly positioned, said no, it wasn't. Osborne hitting it long. Quinn going out there, but I fancy the keeper will get there first. Bernal. Gooding. It's Taylor.
Certainly likes to tackle anyway.
Mr. Taylor does. De Wolf with the throw again.
He'd frighten me anyway, him. And I'm not easily frightened.